Hi guys, it's Andy here from Sold by Auctions. Welcome back. Now, great response to the first Sold by series video. Thank you so much for tuning into that. I've got a great question though from Katie Woods, and she asks, Andy, I'd love a video on why an auction would work in areas that are not used to the process and predominantly use private sale as a selling method. I know that auctions work particularly in a rising market, but what are your thoughts? Great question, Katie, and it's absolutely pertinent to the conversation that's happening in today's marketplace. We are in a buyer-rich environment. However, there are areas that I deal with a lot, and this is where my bread and butter comes from. I came from an area that wasn't predominantly auction-based. And it can cause a lot of nervousness and anxiety when the word auction is brought into the situation and into the conversation, particularly when you're at that listing presentation stage. So I want to tackle this question in two parts, one for the vendor and one for the agent, okay? So talking about the vendor first, who is obviously the most important person in this process, if they are in an area where they've not been exposed to many auctions at all, then that lack of knowledge and understanding is going to play an absolutely crucial part in their anxiety as to why they would not want to go to auction. Now, two things to that. Firstly, we're in an environment where offers are not difficult to come by, okay? So it's not a case of can you sell, it's more of a case of how much could you sell for. And on that, and segueing nicely into the second part to that answer, is surely if you're in a market where you are pretty confident, without no such thing as a guarantee, but you're pretty confident that you're going to get offers for the property, why wouldn't you want to go with the most transparent way of finding out exactly what the buyer population is prepared to pay? And there's no better way of doing that than through an auction process. Now, from their side of things, they need to feel control, and this is where the agent needs to play their part in making sure that preparation is absolutely set and is key, making sure that they know exactly what's happening in each step of the process in weeks 1 to 5 or however long the auction campaign is, how many opens are going to get conducted, when they're going to happen, when vendor meetings are going to take place as well, and I would make sure that they are done regularly to ease the tension and give them that sense of control, so that they feel that they are absolutely a part of this process and not just along for the ride, which is what a lot of vendors can tend to feel during an auction campaign. So for vendors, you're in a marketplace where if you are in an area where you don't see many auctions happening, if there's ever going to be an opportunity to test the market with an auction process and give yourself the highest probability of getting the best result, it's this market right here. Now, for vet agents, and this is where the nervousness can come in from a professional point of view, talking to you guys directly now. This might sound a little bit controversial, but I wholly believe that this is the case. Your brand is going to be enhanced whether you sell the property under auction or not. And now wait, let me explain. With an auction, you will be judged, yes, you'll be judged on the sale, on the result to a degree. However, you are going to be judged way more by the atmosphere, the volume of people that are attending the auction, and the professionalism that you show and demonstrate on the auction day itself. At the end of the day, the auction is a show. It is there to create tension and heighten emotions so that it makes buyers pay that little bit more for a property, giving the vendors a better result. From your point of view as an agent though, you've got to make sure that you maximize the potential of every single listing, particularly when you are trying to approach future vendors. Now, those future vendors might not want to do an auction. However, the fact that you will have got a decent crowd at the auction that you have promoted to them, and obviously invited them to come along too, one, it will absolutely show that you have an engagement with your audience. It will show also that you are very proactive in a market where it is easy to sell in private sale. So any agent could do it. And that's why commissions are dropping, because of the fact that you can't ask for more than what other agents are prepared to put up from a commission point of view. If you're in a transactional market where sales are just happening like this, you've got to be able to show more value in order to prove your worth. That's where being proactive and using an auction process, even in an area where auctions aren't really the done thing, can be a way of setting yourself apart from your competition and therefore increasing your value proposition. The other side to it is making sure that you have an auctioneer that it doesn't just count bids. Any auctioneer can count bids. You got to make sure that you have a great auctioneer in place that knows what to do when the chips are down, and you might not get an offer, but from your point of view and from a brand's point of view, you need to make sure that you come out of the other end still smelling of roses, and that's where hiring a professional auctioneer can really come into play. Guys, I hope you found it useful. Have a great day. Take care, and we'll see you next time around. All the best.
For all the latest news and advice, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook.